everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm Keziah. It's your girl Keisha. Welcome. So I want to come on here and give my commentary on this famous lawyer, successful lawyer, Eboni K Williams. Okay, she is catching a lot of backlash. People are digging into her behind because she said something so offensive about bus drivers. Okay, now I take the bus too as well. I take public transportation, and I am also an essential worker just like a bus driver is. And I'm not going to say I'm offended because I can't let people's words offend me, honey. Please, they're not the most high. That's one. Two, you have to have confidence and self-esteem. You can't be easily offended. But I understand why people got offended, because bus drivers are not looked at as desirable, and same thing with sanitation workers and so on and so forth like that. So she said she would never date a bus driver unless he owned a bus company.
The bus driver, would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it, if he owns the bus,
that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well.
And people are like, ma'am, do you own a company? Do you own this? Do you own that? I mean, you're still an employee too. Even though you're an attorney, you still got to work for people, right? So who is you to sit there and talk about bus drivers and how they can't afford your lifestyle? Stood by her comment, and she said that she's not going to accept mediocrity. She's not going to accept average. She's just not. She's just not. And this is her personal opinion, and she has a right to her preference. I don't think it's harming anybody. It's not like she's saying light skin is better than dark skin. Like, that's very personal, and I can understand that, okay? But she just talk about finances, and she's a woman of substance. She's a woman of a certain caliber that does not want to settle for anything that's less than what she's bringing home as well. So one sister was saying that everything changes when a sister is making more money than a dude, okay? So when a woman's making more money than a man, everything just changed, because naturally it's the man that's supposed to provide. Naturally it's the man that is supposed to be their head. He's supposed to make sure that the wife, the children, they are financially straight. They don't have to worry about bills. They don't have to worry about money. They're supposed to make sure that the woman and the child or the children is well taken care of, that they don't need to worry about anything. That is just what it is, okay? And the scriptures in the Bible back that up. If a man cannot take care of his household, if he does not take care of his household, he is worse than a non-believer, okay? So it's imperative that a man takes care of his household, and he can afford to take care of his household. Now, I understand people could lose their jobs, people get fired, things happen, but it's not for the man to lean on his wife and just depend on her and not get his butt up and work hard, okay? So I would say this: I don't agree that a woman should only go after the 1% of men that are millionaires and billionaires, because that's a hard picking, okay? That is very hard to obtain. You have to be in a certain environment. You have to be in certain predicaments. That's going to be very difficult to achieve for the most part, naturally, because most men are not part of the 1 percentile. So I would say this: if you do want a man with money, okay, I can understand that, because as a woman, we naturally want to be taken care of. Why would we want a man that don't have any type of money to provide and take care of us? Can we have children being broke? No, we cannot. Can we buy a home together being broke? No, we cannot. Can we build a business together being broke? No, we cannot. Can we travel together? Can we do that? No, we cannot. So we have to have common sense, and we have to be logical, and we have to be realistic, okay? Let's be realistic about this situation. Women and men cannot do anything for each other, for people, for themselves, if they don't have money. Money is not everything for us to live for, but it's something that is a necessity, and we need to have it to survive. We need to have money to survive in life, point blank, period. Okay, so I would say this to a woman: if you want a man with money, that's not an issue. As a woman, I totally get that. We want to be provided for, we want to be taken care of, we want to be secured. I get that. I'm not going to have a child with a man who cannot provide for me and the baby. Can I be at home pregnant and not have to worry? Could I give birth to our baby and be out for however long and not have to worry about rushing back to work because there's lack of money? There's women that just had a baby and a month later, they were back at work. Why? Because of the money. Who wants that type of life? Do you want that type of life? No. So I would suggest to a woman, it's okay to have a preference, but that shouldn't just be money only. You have to interrogate the man from within. What type of spirit does he have? Does he have a beautiful soul? Does he have integrity? So people that were calling in on the Breakfast Club made great points. Charlamagne made great points. DJ Envy made great points. Have I agree with a lot of things that they spoke about? Heck no. But I do agree with them on, I want a woman's going to love me for me and not what about someone's character? What about someone's faith? What about someone's spiritual strength? Are they spiritual? Are they healthy? Are they prayer warriors? Are they spiritual warriors? Okay, you need to consider all these different things. A man could have money and then he suck as a husband. A man could have money but he suck as a spouse. A man could have money but he just sucks as a father. So at the very end of the day, we have to go beyond just the money, because at the end of the day, a man can have money, but women that are married to rich men, they're not happy. Most of them probably are not happy because she didn't look at the internal of the man. She looked at the external instead of the internal of that man, and now she has to suffer with that and deal with that for the rest of her life. No, there's men out there that's not making six figures and beyond, but they're happy men, and the women that they're with are happy. I say this: a man should have a vision. Definitely have a vision. A woman too. Girl, have a vision too. And when you two have a vision, you got to bring it together. What? Talking about power couple? Talking about a power couple? Come on, bring it. Let's go, okay? So a man, I feel, yes, have a job, work, great. But you should always want to elevate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you're a bus driver and you're working on becoming a businessman, you're going to college, you're going to school, and so forth like that, there should be a passion of yours besides even if you want to drive the bus, fine. But then also elevate to have extra money coming in, because suppose, again, you used to get fired from your job. So I would say this: never settle for just one source of income. You should be driven to just more than one income. You should be trying to build so your family could be sustainable, so your family could have enough money and not have to worry. We need bus drivers. We need sanitation workers. We need cleaning staff. I'm a cleaning woman, okay? I'm an essential worker, so I'm very well needed. If all of us was to drop our jobs and just say bye-bye and peace out, yes, the world would be upside down. We have to have common sense, and we have to be very logical. Okay, there's plenty of guys that have a job and go to work, but they're lazy. They don't want to have a business. They don't want to start a business. They don't want to educate themselves. They don't want to see how they can increase and grow so they can have something for their future family. The Bible talks about how a good man is supposed to leave finances and wealth for his children and his children's children. See, I probably didn't know that, huh? Yes, the Bible says a good man is supposed to leave wealth for his children and his children's children. So he's supposed to have money not only for his child or his children, but for his grandchildren. See, we're just living for now, and we do for now, but we don't live and prepare for the future, okay? So yes, a bus driver can make good money. Yes, a bus driver even have good benefits. I have good benefits, so I know, honey. But at the very end of the day, we should all try to excel and elevate ourselves so we can make a better life for our future and then our generation of babies to come, okay? So we have to keep that in mind. But I would never tell a woman to go after a man just for his money. If he's a bus driver, or he's security, or if he's a sanitation worker, or if he's a construction worker, listen, I'm thankful he has a job, and I'm happy he have a job. But again, you got to look at the character of a man, okay? How does he treat women? How does he feel about women? A lot of men out here hate women. I'm sorry. So how is his views and relationship and respect towards women? Does he honor womanhood? Does he honor women? Does he love women? Not loving women just only sexually, but does he love womanhood? Does he respect and honor women? Does he appreciate women? How is he with his mother? How is he with his daughters? How is he with the mother of his children? If he has children with another woman, how is he with her? How does he speak about her? Even if he's going through hell with her, does he still have enough respect still, because she is still the mother of his children? Okay, so we have to look at all these different things, because again, money's not going to save you, and money's not going to bring you happiness. When something jump off, you're going to need a man that's going to pray with you. You're going to need a man that's going to be strong. You're going to need a man that's going to really going to take control and really lead and guide the household. A man that has money just can't do that. He has to be emotionally and spiritually strong, and he has to be mentally healthy. Okay, so just because a man has money does not mean that he is spiritually, mentally, and physically healthy. Okay, and a woman need that. A woman need that. Okay, that's a real leader to me. All right, so again, I'm not mad at Eboni. Preference, if she wants a man with money, that is her personal business. But I will say to her, don't shun the guy that's a bus driver, or a guy that's a sanitation worker, or a guy that's a construction worker, because he don't own the construction company. But best believe he probably treat you like a queen and treat you way better than those 1% men, because 1% men, not all, but a good amount of them, let's be real, think that, well, I got this type of money, so I can sleep with this chick. Oh, I could get this chick. And because I'm supporting your ass, and I'm feeding you, I'm clothing you, I'm supporting your lifestyle, I'm giving you shelter, I'm taking you on lavish trips and giving you lavish, beautiful, luxury gifts, you better shut your mouth and accept me doing me. Okay, a lot of these guys feel entitled and feel privileged. Okay, and that was what many people had an issue with Kevin Samuels, because from what I heard, and what people was mad at him about, was the fact is that he kind of told women that, oh, if a man is rich and he got money and you get with him, if he does cheat and does have other women on the side, shut up and deal with it, because that's the man you chose and he has that right, or he's privileged to do that. So in the black community, it's very tough already. There's so much division, there's so much chaos, there's so much self-hatred. On top of that, we're not the best financially, okay? And then when we do have money, and we do have money, we give it back to the other nations, we give it back to other people, and we don't support one another. How many black businesses, certain black businesses that be in the hood, that don't last? Because they rather go to the Arabs and the Asians and support them with the nail salon and the hair salon. All the Dominicans now, they're taking over the hair salon, perming the crap out of black women hair, making them bald and burn up their scalp and all that type of stuff. I'm sorry, it is what it is. We will support the other nation more than we support ourselves. We will support the other nation more than we support each other, and that's just facts. That's just facts. Period. You know, now there are black folks that do support other black businesses. I'm one of them for sure. Okay, but at the very end of the day, a good amount of us do support the other nations. Okay, and then how are we going to survive and thrive as a community? How are we going to survive and thrive as a community? So we need to step up and start supporting one another, start loving one another, and not bringing each other down. We need essential workers, we need businesses, and we need to start investing in each other, and we need to grow as a community. So let's say if a woman does have a man or a dude who's a millionaire or a billionaire, okay, that's what it is. But if he's a good man, that's even greater, okay? That's amazing. That's rare. That's rare. But at the very same time, she should have her own money coming in. I don't care if she have to do YouTube videos, if she is baking, if she's cooking, if she's selling and making clothes. The Proverbs 31 woman had a husband who was financially well off. He was well known among the elders in the land, okay? But she had her own business. She sell her goods in the marketplace, and she knew her goods was good, honey, okay? So the Proverbs 31 woman was not sitting around looking pretty, looking cute. She was still hustling, she was grinding, and she was building for her family, okay? So I would suggest any woman, even if you want a man with money, still always have your own, because a man could pass away, and sometimes a man could hide his financial issues, because that just kills his self-esteem, kills his confidence, then his pride, all these different type of things, and he don't tell his woman what's really going on. There's a TikToker I just recently did a YouTube short about. His name was Moody and he killed himself because he had financial issues. This guy was very popular on TikTok, pushing 400,000 TikTok followers, and his house went up for foreclosure, and that devastated him so much so that he killed himself. He took his own life, left behind a wife and 3 children. Now, how is that fair to them? You see what I'm saying? So always depend on the Most High and depend on yourself. Never depend on any man, no matter how much money he's bringing home to you, period. I don't want to put down a man who is a hardworking man, who's an essential worker, or a so-called average man. Let me tell you something. A so-called average worker, okay, can make a woman's soul sing. He can make her spirit jump for joy, okay? He can really speak to her from within and really, really bring out that beauty, really bring out that joy, take away her hurt, take away her traumas, help her, aid her financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually. That is a man's job. Not to bring her down and to give her a hard time, but it's his job to secure her on all those levels. Okay, if a man's not willing to do that for a woman, he's not the one. A woman, same thing for you. If you want a man that's making 6 figures, help that man get there. Help that man get there. If he has a desire to want that and want more for his family financially, not to be greedy, not to be carnal, but let's keep it real. If you want to be married, you want to have a family, children cost money. A house costs money. Living costs money. So if you want that man that's 6 figures and up, yeah, then you're going to have to help that man, be that man helpmeet. Scripture talks about Eve being Adam's helpmeet, okay? Because it's not good for a man to live alone, to be alone. He's supposed to have a woman by his side. So if you want a man to elevate himself, or you want a man that's making 6 figures and up, then you be that helper to help him get there. Don't just be lazy, kick back, and no, help that man get there. There's plenty of men that are successful that had wives by their sides, riding for them, stayed up with them, gave them ideas, helped them, promoted them, did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? So be that helpmate to that man. Be that helpmeet to that man, if that's what you want. Because that's our job as a woman, to help the man. Okay, don't bring down the man, help the man. Because just like how women are emotional and have emotional issues and struggle emotionally, don't think men don't have emotions too. Don't think that men don't struggle emotionally, don't struggle with self-esteem, don't struggle with confidence. Now, they hide theirs and conceal theirs more than us. Now, we let our feelings show, period. Then you wonder why women live longer than men. That's proof right there. What I'm telling you right now is why women live longer than men, because we express ourselves more. Men conceal and suppress their feelings. They're not going to tell you when they're feeling hurt. They're not going to tell you when they want to cry. So we have to not beat them down and just continue to lift them up. And men, uplift your women too. So we uplift one another. We can be great as a people. We can be great as a community. We can be great as a people, okay? And it's not just for the Black community, this is for all communities, okay? We have to uplift each other. So let's build each other up, let's encourage each other, motivate each other, and appreciate each other.